All right. So if you can't guess or tell from the little riffage I threw together here, little tiny bit of a cover of Animals off of the brand new, just released today, February 26, 2021, the brand new release from Architects for those that wish to exist. So yeah, just getting right into these topics. The very first thing I wanted to just shout out is to Architects for this incredible new release. I haven't even had a chance to spin through the whole thing yet. I've heard obviously all the singles that they've released and have really been into those. And I can't wait to actually sit down and spend some time listening to the rest of this album, because I'm really digging it. And I know there was some initial feedback, some people kind of on the edge around, like I believe Animals was the first released or single that they released, and some folks were kind of like on edge, this doesn't sound like Architects. And I'm like, hell with all that. They're writing some really catchy music. I can get down to it. And as you saw, that was a pretty simple riff, but it's got just such a good jive to it. Jive's the wrong word. It's got a good rhythm to it. Feel to it is really the word I'm looking for. It's got a really good feel to it. So I'm really digging it. And like I said, I can't wait to check out the rest of the album. Have you checked out the album? Have you listened to it? If you have, hit me in the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think? Like I said, I know I've seen some things where some folks are kind of on edge, saying this isn't Architects, blah blah blah. So if you're on that side of the fence, hit me with your thoughts. Let me know why you think this isn't Architects. If you're on the other side of the fence and you're really digging it, let me know why. Hit me in the comments. Let me know why. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Moving on to the next topic, though. I saw on Twitter, Misha from Periphery posted that he posted a screenshot of the band Periphery, obviously having some kind of a Zoom call, probably talking about writing, because he mentioned in the Twitter post that he and the Periphery band boys had a really great call, and they're looking to start writing, and I quote, very, very soon. So I am super thrilled to hear that there's good new Periphery on the horizon. Cannot wait to see what they put out. I'm a huge Periphery fan. Dig basically everything they've ever released, and can't wait to see what's new. And damn, I can't wait to get out to tours again. Literally the last concert that I went to was a Periphery. It was Periphery and Plini and Arch Echo. Incredible show. If you have not seen Periphery live, you are missing out. And as soon as tours come back, you've got to go see them as soon as if they come into your town, city, wherever you are in the world. If they're coming your way, don't miss it. Make sure you check it out. Incredible live act. The remaining topics are going to be on plugins. And why is that? Well, because I've got a couple new plugins that I'm starting to learn, but I'm pretty excited about, and I wanted to share it with you. And the other reason is because Plugin Alliance is doing a crazy deal right now, and they've done this before, but they're doing a leap year sale, and they're giving any plugin, in quotes, any plugin, because there are restrictions, any plugin for $29.99. They have incredible modeling done by Brainworks. So Plugin Alliance is basically the distributor for a lot of these manufacturers, and one of the biggest ones that distributes through Plugin Alliance is Brainworks. and they have some incredible plugins. So what I want to do is just kind of show you the couple plugins I've recently picked up, which were not through Plugin Alliance. Just kind of show you what I've got going on with these, what my thoughts are so far, see if y'all have used them, if you have any thoughts. And then I'm going to go through my 3 recommendations that are like must-haves that you pick up from Plugin Alliance if you're going to get anything with this deal. These are the 3 to get. The SSL Channel Strip, and then the SSL Bus Compressor. So these are actually from Solid State Logic, and you can see it right here. So this is, let me actually make my screen a little bit bigger so you can see this maybe a little bit better. Okay, so here it is. So this is the Solid State Logic Channel Strip. And the first thing I note that I want to call out from this is the user interface of this plugin is by far the cleanest that I have ever seen. I thoroughly like the design of this, the way everything's laid out. It's very easy to see. It's easy to understand. Some of these plugins are just, it's very hard, especially some of the channel strip plugins. They all just feel really mashed together. This one feels very spaced out, but it's got a beautiful, beautiful UI. Anyways, how does it sound? Well, overall, I think it sounds really good. So far, I've got it just on my guitar tracks. And the main reason I put it on guitars first is because before the channel strip, the way that I had my guitar tracks set up was I would have an EQ going into, was it like a noise gate and then a compressor or something like that, or maybe compressor then noise gate. But anyways, I know I was using an EQ, a compressor, and a noise gate all separately, and now I have all 3 of those in this plugin. So that's the first thing. It cleaned up my guitar tracks tremendously, whereas I had 3, now I just have 1 plugin, at least at the top, and so they cut down on my signal chain in my guitar tracks. The emulation of the channel strip seems to be really good. I'm not an expert, a mixing engineer who's spent hours and hours and hours in front of a solid state logic console, so that I can't sit here and tell you if this thing sounds true to life, like a real console. That's going to be another video by someone else who's spent thousands of hours in front of one of these consoles, who can truly compare. Anyways, how does it sound? Well, to me, I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. The EQ it works really well, sounds really clean, really transparent. The compressor works really, really well, and even the noise gate works really well. So like here's an example of the noise gate. I mean, it works really, really well. So I've been super pleased with it, super happy with it. It's like I said, it's cleaned up my plugins quite a bit by cutting it down from 3 to 1. So happy with that. I have not even had a chance to play with the bus compressor yet, so I'll be looking forward to that, and maybe that'll be in an upcoming video. Let's see, moving on to the Plugin Alliance Leap Year Sale and my recommendations. All right, so they are, let me make my screen a little bigger and I will show them to you. They are on the screen. They are right here. It is the Analog Design, or the Black Box Analog Design HG2, the BX Brainworks Townhouse Bus Compressor, and the Adapter Metric AB. Adapter, I think it's actually like Adapter Audio Metric AB, something like that. They have it listed on the Plugin Alliance website. So these 3 are incredible. I've been blown away at these. And so this first one, the Black Box Analog Design HG2, this is like a saturation plugin, and it works so well. There's such a range of saturation and harmonics that this thing adds. It's absolutely beautiful. And how you have this filter, how you can affect just the low end, have a flat frequency response, or just the high end. And you have the alt tube here you can switch on and off to change the saturation type. Then adjusting the pentode, which drives the triode from there to the output. And then you have the air you can turn on, the air amount. So like adding high end, there's so much that this thing offers. It's incredible. And the harmonics and just the musicality of it is next level. Highly recommend you get this. I use it on almost everything, from my main mix to add additional like harmonics to the overall mix, to my drum rooms, to my toms, snares, like everything. It's all over the place. I don't have it turned up a ton. I think this is actually one of the highest settings I have. And you can see I've got the mix rolled back to 50% there. So even that is pulled back a good ways, but this is on my drum rooms. And that's one of the higher settings, but it just adds a subtle touch all over the place, and it's so great. The next one is the Townhouse Bus Compressor. I think it goes without saying, this is an absolutely fantastic bus compressor. If you've ever looked up bus compressors, you've probably come across the Townhouse Bus Compressor. This thing is fantastic. The emulation is out of this world. It's incredible, and it works really, really well. I put this on my drum bus, my main drum bus, with a very tiny bit of compression, just as kind of like gluing everything together, just as the glue to glue all the drums together. In fact, I'll play this back real quick. Make the interface slightly bigger, and then you can see just the tiny little bit of gain reduction that's happening here. I'll make my screen a little bit bigger so you can see it better, and here we go. So there you go. I mean, it's like at most 1 dB of gain reduction happening, and it's mainly on when that snare hits. But overall, it's kind of gluing everything together. And there is one other thing. Like, this thing adds some sort of like, it's not saturation, but like it's doing something more than just compression. At least I feel like it is. When I listen to this, it feels like it makes the sound wider. It's incredible. Like, watch, I'll turn this on and off, and you can hear it. So I don't know what you're listening to this on. If you're on a phone, you may not hear it. I'm sitting in my studio. I've got these big studio monitors in front of me, and I hear that night and day difference. It is there. It's not just compression. At least I believe it's not just compression. It sounds like it's actually making everything slightly wider. I don't know. It's awesome. I love it. And then the last one I wanted to point out from Plugin Alliance is the Metric AB, the Adapter Audio Metric AB. So this thing is incredible. I believe I've mentioned this in the past in my best of 2020 video. Anyways, this is fantastic, and it's taken my mixes to the next level, tenfold, really. So you can drop in reference tracks down here in the bottom. I think it's like up to 16 of them, and then just quickly flip in between A and B. So A being your mix, and then B being the reference track that you've selected, and you can see how it compares in many different levels. You get a spectrum analysis, you get correlation, you get stereo image, dynamics, loudness. And I'll it's fantastic. Highly recommend that you get this one. And I have this as the very last plugin on my main mix, mix bus, like my main output, just so that there's nothing else coming after it, and I can see the full mixed stereo spectrum and all of that here compared to my reference track. So those are the three that I recommend you pick up with this Plugin Alliance deal. And with that, we're going to go ahead and call this weekly What's New a wrap. Not a lot of topics in this one, but I felt like the content in it was going to take a good bit to go over, especially talking about the plugins and then my recommendations for the Plugin Alliance deal. So we're going to go ahead and call it right there. We'll wrap it up. And I hope you like this content. And if you do, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would ask you to please consider subscribing. That button is right down below. Hit like and share. Hit me in the comments with any thoughts you have on any of these plugins, or the releases, or periphery writing, or touring, and all of that. hit me in the comments. I'd love to chat with you about any of these topics. Don't forget to come join us in the Discord server. The link is in the description. There's a growing group of folks in there who are just enthusiasts like myself who love mixing and guitar. Come join us. And until next time, thank you for watching and thank you for your support.